Welcome to the Wednesday live stream. I'm Sapphire, and this is Elliot. Say hi.
Hi.
And this is Zizu in his arms. Elliot's gonna be reading some scary stories with me. Sit down. You're making me nervous.
I'll put Zizu in the shot. No one's watching. There we go.
No, you have to wait.
There we go.
Well, we have to start it anyway because so you can put it on video on demand. Okay. Hi guys. Oops.
Oopsie doopsie.
Okay, so Elliot, tell them who you are and what you do.
My name's Elliot, and I hold dogs.
Cool.
I have a YouTube channel.
What's it called?
ETC Show.
And what do you do on it?
I make videos.
Okay. So after the stream, go check out ETC. All right, so today's theme, as you know, is School of Ghouls.
What? Sounds scary.
So
should I be scared?
Well, you should be slightly spooked, mildly spooked.
This guy's spooked. Look, he's burying
He's so
his,
spooked.
He's burying his head in my elbow. He doesn't want to be scared.
So today's stories are all gonna be, oh god, that's too bright. All gonna be school themed because for some reason I've been getting a lot of story submissions that have to do with schools and like bathrooms. I've been getting a lot of bathroom horror stories, and I don't know if you're familiar with like Japanese bathroom ghosts, but like that's a thing. There's a bunch of like urban legends with like ghosts that will pop up underneath the stall and then like ask you questions, and if you answer right or wrong, they'll either kill you or like leave, or actually you die either way. So
do they have stalls like us with the gap? Because
yeah.
a lot of countries have they make their stalls go all the way to the floor.
I mean,
probably to keep out the Japanese ghosts.
yeah.
They should try that.
That's actually
That would probably prevent a lot of ghosts. Well, that's weird.
So, hang on, let me pull the chat up here so I can...
Oh, you got a couple hundred people watching. Wow.
Hi, everybody. The gap is creepy. Okay, so, as always, we start with a spooky dooky riddle. So...
Spooky dooky?
Yeah.
Like a bathroom ghost.
Oh my...
Is it like a poop that's like, woo,
Yes.
I want to go back in your body.
That's what a spooky dooky is.
You didn't fully digest your food. I have unfinished business.
Alright, so this one's called The Girl in the Library. So, if you know the answer, don't say it. What?
That's just
He's being a good boy.
sleeping inside me.
He's being good. Alright, ready? Ooh, my hair is really gross. I'm so sorry. I tried to fix it with this headband, but that didn't work. Alright, girl in the library. Yesterday, I went to the library to borrow some books. I asked the librarian where the horror section was, and she directed me to some shelves that were in the corner against the wall. I was browsing through the titles when I came to a gap in the books, and a cute girl peering through at me from the other side. Our eyes met for a moment, and she smiled. I spent 10 minutes trying to work up the courage to start a conversation with her, but in the end, I just picked out 3 books and brought them over to the librarian's counter. Why am I such a wuss? If I had been brave enough to talk to that girl, I could have maybe got her number. So that's it.
Is that scary?
That's it. It's a riddle. Something is wrong.
What's the riddle?
Ha! All right, people already got it.
Is it the librarian?
No.
Wait, what? Let me see this.
That's
The horror
we'll
section.
give you a sec.
I was browsing these titles, came to a gap in the books. Got 3 books and nothing. Why am I such a wuss? I've been brave enough to talk to the girl, because maybe got her number.
I'll let you sit on that.
I don't even understand like what the question is.
There is no question. It's just like it's a story that like when you realize what's wrong, you go, "Oh, that's creepy." So I'll let you think on that.
Okay.
Yeah, people already get it. Don't say it. You have to wait till the end of the stream.
All right. Yeah.
Guys, yeah, you guys got it. You guys are all smart. Wait, the book. That's not. No, you guys are actually wrong. All right, guys, I'm gonna repeat that riddle at the end. I'm gonna give you the answer at the end. So, it's silly. All right, guys, first fan submitted story comes from Lizzie from Canada. Did she give this one a name? Oh, she calls this, I asked for them to prove themselves. Spirits caused my school power outage. All right, Lizzie. So it was a little bit after lunch. Nope, it was a little bit before lunch when everyone would go into the gym to eat. The gym is the darkest place in the school when the lights turn off. My friend and I left the class, without asking, to go mess around with a Ouija board in the girls' washroom. We started the game on the counter with sinks. My friend started getting a weird vibe. Someone was watching us or was around us. I didn't feel anything. We found out the spirit from the Ouija board was Zozo. I asked for Zozo to prove they were in the school. It said Lunch. Hey, super chat. Destiny Archuleta, thanks. Aw, puppy, she says. He says, I'm not sure.
Aw, puppy.
We were guessing it was going to prove itself at lunch. The bell rang and everyone was heading to the gym. My friend and I were going to the library to get forms for our hockey thing. Oh, the teacher is explaining to us about it when all of a sudden, lights went out. My friend and I were just laughing so hard, but also so scared that Zozo did prove they were around. Soon, the emergency lights came on and everyone was wondering how to fix the power outage. It was perfectly fine at the places around us. We were the only place with the power outage. Thanks for reading this, Lizzie from Canada. Okay, so wait. So, the area they were in was the only place where the lights went out? Is that what it was? I lost Lizzie.
What did the ghost want?
What did the ghost want?
Did you
This
feed
mess.
it? See, it sounds like it was hungry. It clearly stated its demands. Lunch.
No, they said like prove that you're in the school, and then it said lunch. So I think that she's saying that they were saying at lunchtime they were going to prove that they were there, and so at lunchtime the lights went out everywhere except where they were. Oh yes, yeah, the perfectly fine at the places around us. So everywhere around them was fine, and then where they were, the lights went out. So they think it was.
Does this take place in Canada?
I think so.
They said washroom. There's a hockey reference.
Yeah, this is such a Canadian
the
story.
Ghost is somewhat polite.
Thank you, Lizzie, for sharing your story.
Thanks, Lizzie.
All right, next one is from. Wait, I forget. She wanted me to call her. Oh, this is from Renee. And Lola's being annoying. And this is Lola. Say hi, baby. She's so cute. All right. This is Renee. I'm 18 now, but for my whole life, I've seen spirits. All kinds, actually. I moved around a lot during my tween years, and one of my schools was on the property of an old insane asylum where they held children. I attended this school for a week when all the gossip started about the floating kids in the girls' restroom on the second floor. I personally loved that restroom because no one really goes in there because of the haunting. I don't get scared often, and it was the only restroom where I wasn't criticized or taunted about toots. I can't remember the first time I actually saw them, but there were many kids who died there. The one who gave off bad vibes was this 10-year-old boy. He had painfully gouged out eyes that bled while he smiled, a rope hanging off his shoulders, and ligature marks on his throat. He would watch first, then while I was alone in the restroom, he'd pop his head through my stall door and talk to me. It's rude. I was told by my pawpaw? What's a pawpaw?
Grandpa?
Oh, I was
That's
told.
another weird regional thing. I think it's like southern.
Okay, yeah, because when I read that earlier, I was like, what is a pawpaw? Like a puppy? I was told by my pawpaw if I acted like I didn't see them, I wouldn't be scared and they'd leave me alone. But he wouldn't. He knew I could see him even though I didn't make eye contact with him. One day I was being withdrawn from school and I had to pee really bad. I went into the restroom and sat in my stall. I got really nervous for some reason. Then I heard him. So you're leaving, eh? I put my head down and ignored him.
Maybe it's Canada.
It might be Canada again. These are just all Canadian stories. Then I heard him. Oh, no, sorry. I then got a chill.
So you're leaving, eh?
I then got a chill down my back. I stood up to flush the toilet. Out of nowhere, I couldn't breathe. I start to panic as the blood rushed to my ears. All I hear is, now you can see me, huh? Not for long. He came around my head from behind me, and as he drew closer with his fingers, my pawpaw broke the stall door down? Her grandpa was there?
Yeah.
I have so many questions, Renee.
Is this school?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no, that's her.
This
That's
was
at her
home.
house.
Yeah.
Got it. I was like, hang on, why's your grandpa in the restroom with you? He followed her home. Oh, that's even creepier.
Yeah, the toilet ghost wanted to try her home toilet.
Oh, wait, so he drew closer with his fingers. My pawpaw broke the stall door down. You have a stall door in your home bathroom? So many questions,
I don't
Renee.
know.
And yelled some Bible verses and grabbed me, pushing me out of the restroom. I never rode past that school the same. P.S. I love you, Snarled. I love all the channels. I watch y'all's videos all the time.
Okay.
I even rewatch them sometimes.
Southern.
So she's a Southerner.
So,
Well,
now you're leaving, eh? I'm a Southern ghost.
Southern ghost. Let's see. Let me answer some of these questions here. Papa's a dad. Oh, Papa's a dad. Thank you, Danae Lauzon. Laura Vandecastle. Hi. Oh, Shadow Rock asks, what's the email to send a story? Hey, anybody can send a scary story at any time, at any place. If you have an email address, you can send me a story. The email is somethingscary@snarled.com. Try to give it an interesting title in the subject so I kind of have an idea of what the story's about while I'm like, perusing through the stories. Yeah, so there's the Lola.
It's
There's the
Lola S.
baby.
Pumpkins.
It's Lola's Pumpkins.
Bow.
Thank you, Renee, for sending your story. We had a lot of questions, but it was a fun one. All right, this next one comes from Miss Antarctica, like the beauty pageant winner. That's what her name is. Her name is Missy.
Did she have a whole lot of competition?
I don't know. I know, right?
How
It's
many
just
Miss
like
Antarctica contestants were there?
one entry. Cool. All right, here we go. My name is Missy, and I'm in high school now. In my primary school, there were 3 bathrooms. Another bathroom story! Each in a separate corner of the building. 2 of them I rarely used, seeing as they were out of my way. But the 3rd I used all the time because it was directly in my main class flow and right next to the homeroom I had at the time this story takes place. When I was in 4th grade, I always tried to skip recess by hiding in a bathroom cubicle for the entire period. Oh, that sounds like me. It usually worked, and it soon became a routine procedure for me. One day, I entered the bathroom, which was empty per usual, and discovered that the lights were all out. I tried the light switch, but they wouldn't do more than spark briefly and go out again. This wasn't a problem. There were large windows in the loo through which sunlight always streamed, and I wasn't worried at all. The school was old, and electric failures and malfunctions were commonplace. While I was sticking out my habitual post in the 2nd cubicle, I heard one of the taps lining the wall come on. This was odd, for I hadn't noticed any footsteps all period. Me being a curious little girl bent on becoming a detective, I knelt down and looked under the cubicle door. As I had suspected, no pair of feet were anywhere in sight. I was spooked, and I decided that I'd rather brave outdoor sunlight than a bathroom poltergeist. I left the cubicle, switched off the tap, and hurried outside. From then on, I used one of the other bathrooms in my primary school to avoid recess. The only time I went back to that loo was when I took my little nephew there for a choir recital. The bathroom seemed perfectly ordinary, but I didn't stay to chance it this time. Oh!
Toilet ghost.
So many toilet ghosts! It's like Moody Myrtle from Harry Potter. Oh, but that was sad.
Harry who?
Oh my... Is that the one with the little wizard boy? Is that Parks and Rec?
The one with the little,
No, they're talking about Star Wars, and then Ron's like, is that the one with the little wizard boy? Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just can't poop anywhere without a ghost trying to interrupt you. So rude.
That's actually a really great setting for horror stories, because it's like it's the same thing like in the shower, like you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're exposed.
Yeah, people are always getting stabbed in horror movies in the shower. Why do they never get attacked when they're taking a shit?
Yeah. I feel like that's so much scarier.
No one ever does that. Completely vulnerable.
Yeah.
Pants are at your ankles.
Yeah.
Harder to get away than if you were completely
and you're in the
naked.
middle of like doing stuff, so so it could get messy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, thank you, Miss Antarctica. If you, I love it. This name. Check out this name, Emerson Brewer Case. That's such like. That's a brewery name. Like, what is that? Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, we've got a super chat from Miranda Olsen. Too much bathroom paranoia. Hi, slimy slime.
Yep, just gotta hold it in. Wear diapers.
Just gotta, yeah. So basically, the moral for today's stream is never use a bathroom, hold it all in, and then explode from all your poop. All right, Emerson Brewer. Ahem. Hi, Sapphire. Something really scary happened to me at school a few weeks back. Me and my friends were outside at break. It was cold and windy, but it just seemed like a normal, boring recess. Suddenly, the screech of tires and a series of screams came from the school parking lot. Everybody was trying to get to the fence to see what the commotion was. I managed to get a peek through the sea of kids by the fence. There was a body on the ground and a dented car parked beside it, along with someone performing CPR to try to revive the lifeless man on the ground. That's all I saw before the teachers forced us inside. Everyone was whispering about it. Within minutes, police and paramedics had arrived on the scene. The man was pronounced dead. The day after, everyone was tense from the day before, but no one dared talk about it. A few days passed and things began to go back to normal. Then, everyone at the school began to have paranormal experiences. Things were never where the teachers left them, kids were pushed when no one was there, books would fly across the room in the library, and much more. It got so bad, 2 teachers quit, including my own. I never had any experience myself until one seemingly normal Tuesday. I was walking home from school. Usually I would walk through the parking lot since my house was on the same side, but since the accident, I took another route. And I walked through the parking lot and then quickly crossed the street some ways before I reached the point where the man had been hit. I was walking, looking down at my feet. I finally worked up the courage to take a glance at the spot, and there I saw a dark figure of a man standing there. I suddenly felt cold. I nearly screamed. I was frozen with fear. After staring at the figure for what felt like an eternity, I finally unfroze. I quickly ran in the other direction and took another way home. Let's just say I'm never taking my parking lot way home ever again. Ah!
Sounds like your school is haunted by the ghost of someone who didn't look both ways crossing the street.
I know. Oh, that's still sad anyway. Thank you for sharing your story. That's really creepy. I've never seen a shadow person before, and I intend to never. This next one comes from Sarah. It's a little shorty. All right. The first time I can remember something strange happened at my school, I was around 6 years old. At lunch, during the outside portion, I asked to go to the bathroom. I went into the bathroom, and I remember seeing a little girl with blonde hair wearing a pink dress with white polka dots. I said hi and asked her name. She didn't respond and just stared at a stall door. I said hello again, and this time she looked at me, and when she turned her head, all I could see was the rotting remains of a face, and she had a chunk of skin fall down. I blinked, and she was gone. It scared me so much, I didn't care about having to go to the bathroom anymore. So she peed herself. I just ran outside to my friends and told them what happened. One of my friends said that happened to her a week ago, and when she told her mom, who went to our school when she was our age, she had a similar experience. I had forgotten about this until about a month ago. My old friend came up to me and said, "You remember that girl you saw in the bathroom when we were in grade 1? Well, I saw her yesterday when I went to volunteer at our old school." I couldn't believe it. That little girl was still there. What?
What happened to her face?
We don't know. So this girl just keeps appearing. Oh, that's so sad. What if she died at the school? But why is her face rotting?
Why is she hanging out in the bathroom?
Maybe she died there? I don't know. Oh, I don't like that. Thank you, who sent this one? Sarah. I think your name's Sarah. Alright, we got 2 more stories, and then I'm going to tell you guys the answer to the riddle. And if you're just joining us, hi. Kaylin H is asking, does Elliot think ghosts are real?
I mean, I've never seen one.
But are you open to the idea of? Well,
if I saw one, I would think they were real.
Okay, hang on. Let's rephrase this question though. What do you believe ghosts are? What is your definition of a ghost?
I don't know.
Because it's different for everyone. Because some people think it's like the movies where it's
No, I think all the believable ghost stories I've heard are just stuff moving around, weird vibes and moods and temperature changes and stuff like that. I don't know about actual fucking monster ghosts walking around in your bathroom. But,
you don't believe these bathroom ghosts?
I don't know. I also don't think dead people are...
Deadpool?
I don't think Deadpool's real either. Deadpool is fake, guys. He's just a movie character
you didn't know.
played by Ryan Reynolds. No, I don't think Deadpool. Fuck it. I can't talk. I don't think dead people are walking like the earth.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I'm not going to say I don't believe in ghosts. I'm just going to say I'm definitely not convinced they're real.
Okay. I mean, I just read this book called, by the way, highly recommend. It's called The Ghost Studies by Brandon Musula. I forget his last name. But it explains the paranormal and ghostly encounters, as he calls it, through like a very scientific way. So like he's not saying that like the paranormal isn't real. He's explaining why these experiences happen, but like based in like actual science. And it's really interesting.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of other. It's like when anything weird happens, it's like with aliens. It's like, it must be aliens, but it's like there's usually 100 other better explanations for something. Sure. Like you shouldn't just jump to like ghosts, aliens or ghosts. Like there's
yeah, but see, so it's like once you rule out all that stuff, though, it's like there is still that bit that's like, oh, ghosts. All right, we still got 2 more stories. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, wait, what? Shadow Rock. I didn't find the email. Can you tell me it? Okay, no. It's something scary at snarled.com. Hey, someone's asking you something. Oh, hey, Kusea.
Oh, hi, Ku.
She says, hey, Elliot, why are you still playing Civ in the background and still in your Discord voice chat?
Oh, it's my fucking Discord. It's so stupid. I don't know why it always logs me in.
Oh, boy. All right. What was our second? We got 2 more. Okay, this next one. Wait, where did it go? This next one's not really school related, but I thought it was really weird, and I wanted to hear Elliot's reaction because it's a weird one. Hang on, let him do that. I'll say hi to you guys.
So
hey, Jeffrey Bunting. This one's not about a toilet, I promise.
Poop stories.
Yeah, the theme of today should have just been poop stories.
Welcome to Poop Spooks.
Spoopy poops.
Spoopy poops.
All right, here we go. This is from Reese from Louisiana. Ooh, how do you say that? Thibodeau?
Thibodeau,
Louisiana.
Come on down for a po' boy and a Miss Julep down in Thibodeau, Louisiana.
Okay. I have a ghost of my own. He is very nice and sometimes helps me with work, but he loves joking and playing around. His name is Danny. When I take showers, he likes to poke at the curtain, waiting for me to come out. He pushes shampoo bottles off of the side of the bathtub to get my attention. Once after I took a shower in my mom and dad's bathroom, I wanted to know the time. I looked at the broken clock on the wall and the minute hand started moving. When I went to check my phone, the time on the clock was the same on my phone. He has done laundry for me and has done the dishes. This is how he came to be. One day I was hanging out in me and my sister's room after she had some friends over. My sister had covered her side of the room with her art. I saw a sticky note on the wall and pointed it out to her. It said, Danny was here, XD smiley face. I asked my sister if her friends knew anyone named Danny. She said, no, and all of the Dannys that she knows don't live nearby. I left the note there and thought nothing of it. The next day I tripped on a block of mud and only my knee got in the mud. Yet I saw an entire body has left a print and my knee didn't have anything on it. I started seeing more random sticky notes on the walls. One said, you're welcome. It was a lot of mud. I got really scared for a while until Danny saved my favorite snow globe from breaking. The other day during class, he flickered the lights in the hall to mess with my class. He has made it impossible for people to see me when I decide to cry in the bathroom at school. Danny is the nicest ghost I have ever met. What?
Sounds like your ghost is like a ghost servant. Or...
yeah.
You're in Louisiana, so it might be a ghost slave.
Oh my god! I don't like it.
That's the thing. So like, if ghosts are real,
yes.
This is a side note. If ghosts are real,
yes. Like,
wouldn't there be like slave ghosts all over the South?
Yes, and there are.
Like, because they'd be the angriest ghosts.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all of those places are insanely haunted.
Okay. Well, anyway, this ghost probably Probably not a slave. Probably like a deceased like personal assistant.
Deceased executive assistant.
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's stuff. I don't see. It's stuff like this that kind of like confuses me because like the way that I view ghosts, it's like it's not like your consciousness continues. Like this sounds like it as if it was a person living, continuing life, you know. But it's like that's not really how they work. It's usually like they're just like imprints of memories of like when they were alive.
This one's taking a pretty active role.
Yeah,
it's like the ghost of one of those Queer Eye guys, like giving you a makeover.
Oh my god.
Okay. I saw you ripped your pants, so we're gonna change it up with these new pants.
Oh my god. Do you guys have any theories of Danny? I don't know. This is creeping me out. But thank you, Renee Anderson from Thibodaux, Louisiana. All right, now we are on to our... Karen Flores says, Danny was in love.
Oh, yeah. He was just being a nice guy.
He was just being a nice guy.
He was racking up those good boys.
And then someone says, Isabel Smallman says, Danny is an 80-year-old man. Shiny Hunter Flareon says, have you heard of the legend where your dead family members leave dimes in your house? Actually, yes.
What?
Emily, Nick's wife, told me how, I think it was her uncle, used to like leave dimes for them, like when he was alive, would leave dimes to say like, hey, I'm thinking of you. And then after he died, they would start finding dimes in the randomest places. And so that's why she has a tattoo that's like a dime-sized circle on her wrist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, yes, I have heard of that. I didn't know that was, I thought that was like specific to like her uncle, but I guess that's a thing. I don't know. What? All right, you guys ready for your last story? Which one is it? All right, this one comes from Lexi Kennedy, another Canadian. This is just the Canadian episode, guys. Thanks.
Oh, hey, do you want to hear something scary? You want to hear something spooky? Just pay a couple loonies to the super chat.
It's a loony. Is that their money?
Yeah, $1 Canadian is, instead of bucks, they are loonies. Because they don't have a $1 bill, they just have coins. Right. And it has a loon on it, like the bird. So they call them loonies. That'll be 3 loonies.
3 loonies.
3 loonies for a...
Oh, here we got a theory. Allie Damien. Sapphire, some ghosts tend to attach themselves to people here among the living, so Danny must have been doing that so he could betray her and physically harm them.
What?
What? I thought Danny was nice.
So it was a trap?
So you're saying that Danny is not to be trusted. I don't know. Ooh, I got the spooks. All right.
Huh.
Let's get to our last story from Lexi Kennedy from Canada. I live in Canada, and I have to say that something weird happens to me and my family lots. I was watching your live stream the other day, and I heard you wanted one about schools or buses, and this story happened to me last year. I was riding the bus home from school. It's a pretty short ride, maybe 6 minutes, or whatever that is in Canadian. I sit in the back of the bus by myself. Normally, there are 2 kids to a seat, but I got lucky. But that day, a girl sat next to me. She was extremely pale. However, she was in modern clothing. Hello? I said, a little confused. I had never seen her before, but she might have been a new student. She tilted her head down. What's your name? I said. Ellie, she whispered very quietly. I had already been on the bus for 2 minutes, so I wanted to ask her some questions. I'm not sure if you sit here, I said. She sat silent for around 2 minutes. All the seats were full except for one at the front, but I wasn't going to kick her off. Lexi, my bus driver said, cueing me. It was my turn to go. I got off the bus very confused as to what happened. The next day, the girl wasn't on the bus. When it was my turn to go again, I asked the bus driver, hey, is there a girl named Ellie on this bus? Ellie used to be on this bus. Unfortunately, on a field trip, she fell asleep and didn't wake up. She passed away in the back seat.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wow.
So, that's kind of sad, like, to die on a school bus.
Yeah, what a terrible place to be a ghost.
Right?
I guess it's better than a bathroom. Like, you get to travel.
Yeah. You could take in all the sights.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, brother.
Yeah, you can't even drive away from these ghosts.
No. So, that's sad. She must have had, like, some sort of, ongoing condition or disease. It's like to just like die out of nowhere.
Yeah.
On a bus.
Yeah,
That sucks. So. Aw, sorry, Ellie. Thank you, Lexi from Canada. All right, guys. I'm going to read that riddle again and then give you guys the answer if you haven't figured it out. It's called The Girl in the Library. Oh, someone, what does that one say? Love Unicorn says she was allergic to something. Sad face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some kid probably put peanuts in her sandwich or something.
Oh, Ellie.
You're not actually allergic. You should. If
someone said she had a heart attack. She was little.
I mean, kids can have heart attacks.
Yeah, but it's rare.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? All right, Girl in the Library. Here we go. Yesterday. Oh, by the way, while I'm doing this, if you guys want to give some suggestions of what you want next week's theme to be, because
pet ghosts. Ghost pets.
No, that's not spooky. Oh, thank you. Yes, she is very cute. All right, here's the riddle again. Yesterday, I went to the library to borrow some books. I asked the librarian where the horror section was, and she directed me to some shelves that were in the corner against the wall. I was browsing through the titles when I came to a gap in the books and a cute girl peering through at me from the other side. Our eyes met for a moment, and she smiled. I spent 10 minutes trying to work up the courage to start a conversation with her, but in the end, I just picked out 3 books and brought them over to the librarian's counter. Why am I such a wuss? If I had been brave enough to talk to that girl, I could have maybe got her number. All right, guys, what is wrong with the story? Tell us in the comments if you know. The books were on the back wall. So if...
Yeah, he went to the corner.
Went to the corner.
Unless there was a hole in the wall. I don't know. Maybe there was a mirror there.
Whoa.
Maybe they're the girl.
Maybe. Yeah. There's a lot of answers. Does someone asks, Harry Potter fan Lumos asks, does your dog ever see ghosts? I mean, there's no way for us to tell.
No.
She could. I mean, if she does, we don't know.
She doesn't even see mice, so.
Oh my god.
How could she see a ghost?
We're getting some theme possessions, demon closets. I don't know how many closet ghost stories there are in existence. All right. Well, I'm gonna figure out what next week's theme is, and then I'll tell you guys on somewhere. All right, well, thank you for joining us for today's stream. If you haven't already, subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. What are you doing? Follow Snarled on Instagram, Twitter @WeAreSnarled. Don't forget to subscribe to our sister channels, HissyFit and Slay Tricks. You can also follow me at Instagram and Twitter @AwkwardSapphire. And then also I made a new Facebook, Sapphire Sandalo. If you want to send a story into the stream, go ahead and send me an email at somethingscary@snarl.com. If you have volume ideas, if you have a story that you know of that you think would be cool, or if you have a story of your own, or if you want to submit something, I don't know, whatever. Just, yeah, you can email me whatever. Elliot, anything you would like to plug?
Just my YouTube channel is youtube.com/etc show. So check it out.
All right, bye guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. This was fun.
Bye.
Bye. Wait. Oh god. Oh god.